Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Timberborn. Version 1.0 is finally out there and released. Yes, I'm a tiny bit late. Yes, my schedule's been a bit off, but it is here. And naturally, finally, we have our ladders back, which is absolutely wonderful. I must say, I am super excited about this. Now, starting off with this is basically going to be for our power. We want to have our geothermal engine right over there, which is going to be necessary for our where is it, landscaping. We want to have the dirt excavator placed right around about over here somewhere. Let's see where I can fit it in. So we might need a little bit of space here, so we are going to have a bunch of those, and then we'll place this one. Oh, so it's just going to be off. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Not a problem whatsoever. And then have a little path for them to get there. So we'll have to get them up there. Naturally. Like so. And like so. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be fine for now. The ladders are a little bit more expensive, but we'll use that in the future when we actually make something, quite a big project over here. So that is perfectly good, no problem whatsoever. Okay, so we got that one going. We need to get that working, so we need to obviously give it power. That means we need to give it a power supply. And I'm busy working away from it, but I want to give them enough space to move about over here. One over there, and then we'll just go around like so. Yeah, so that should give them enough. It requires only 200 power, where it supplies 400, so that is perfectly wonderful. I like that. That is good. All right, so we've also started with just planning this out, considering we can't get those at the moment. I just want to up the priority on this a little bit. We can't do those. I mean, obviously they'll probably, let me just get that one. There you go. So that is not going to be too much of a problem. They'll get to it when they get to it. So yeah. And then let's see. So we also need to get ourselves the big water pumps, the large water pumps. So that's 400. I am happy with that, so we're going to use those. And then what we're going to do is we are going to add it right over here. We have a little space over here for a path, so we'll do something like so. No, it still needs to be that one. There we go. We'll get them on there. Should I do it like this? Let me have a look see here. I'm going to speed things up a little bit. So maybe like so, and then a pathway that goes at the back. Yes. Okay. Now, once again, it's still going to take a while for them to build these. It's quite expensive, so they need 5 gears and 10. Oh, it's actually not that bad. That changed, I think. It did. Yeah. Okay, so we just need 2 of them over here. Maybe a third one, but we'll leave that one for now. We're not going to build that one now. And then what I would like to get going here is storage is a large tank, which we'll have to wait on. But that is basically what we need to get going over here. Now, the next step of our plan over here is quite an interesting one. We need to have it as low as possible. So basically just to here, which we fill up everything right here. A little something like so. Yep. There we go. I do believe that is the correct size. It's going to take quite a bit of planks, which is perfectly fine. Get those going, and then I think a double should work perfectly fine here. Yes, indeed. Oh. Just need to get rid of those to keep this open. Down over there, and then this one right there. Yes, there you go. So essentially what we are going to do here, as you can see, it's poking through there. Then grab it onto the landscaping, and then we are going to fill this up. So we're going to have a whole bunch of green fields over here ready for either a lumber area or maybe just another farm. Naturally, you can do a little bit like that. That is beautiful. So that is going to give us a lot of extra space to work with. I just need to check here that we can actually get through there. I mean, that seems to be all right. Wait, maybe if I do it like this, I just want to make enough space for... Where is it? Oh, I am jumping around like crazy. Okay, there we go. Like that. Beautiful. And then let's just keep an eye on everything else. Okay, so obviously we ran out of quite a bit of the planks, to be quite honest, in the previous episode. Beautiful. Lovely. So, I think that is a good start, to be quite honest. Now, to solve the problem of the logs, we still have quite a bit over here. Alright, so those are a bunch of oak trees. And it's going to help out a little bit. So I'll just have them come through here. And then I would like to actually place this on top of storage. Just small warehouses for now. We can remove them in the very near future. Just place them there for now to get across, because they are the cheapest to build. Have them get there, and then we are going to have a few lumberjacks to take care of everything that's going on over here. We want to prepare this area as well, because as soon as we use the dynamite here and flatten this to the same level as this, you're going to have quite a bit of extra green for more trees or farming, or you know, whatever our hearts desire. Let's see. So once again, cut trees. Beautiful. Cut trees. Yes. Lovely. Okay, so we got ourselves a bad tide approaching. I do believe that we are prepared for this time. Something that I've also noticed is basically with this switch, we can pin it. So now it's over there. We don't have to go back to it every time to switch on and switch off, which is wonderful. Let me just see here. So those are still set up perfectly good. So I'm happy with that. We are still waiting on this. As you can see, they are busy building that now. I would actually like to make that a priority for now. I think that should do the trick. Yes, indeed it should. So what they're going to build over here is that is going to be the cattails. So we need that going. The cattails is going to be turned into the cattail crackers or the cattail flour, and then cattail crackers are right after. So the interesting thing about this is that we have a supply of 400 but 470 demand. So we would like to have something a little bit more consistent than, well, the wind, which happens every now and then. But we'll figure that one out. We've got a lot of flooding going on over here, but I mean, I don't really mind it too much. It's either going to go down this way or just flat, so it really doesn't matter too much. Let's see. So they are making progress here. That is good. Lovely. Alrighty, so with the bad tide really close to being upon us, it's just 0.4 days to go. We have our first cattail seedlings running, and they are ready to grow and start producing some lovely extra food for them, which is naturally going to have a very good impact on the well-being. And we are busy on this side, which is really helping out with the amount of logs that we have. And we got our geothermal engine going. That was quite quick. Now, I do believe that we're going to need... this is good. Just like that. And off it goes. Okay. So, I do believe that this is going to require a... Oopsies. Some treated planks and metal blocks. That would mean that we are going to have to switch these back on. Okay, so street planks are back here. Might want to switch these back on again as well. There we go. Once again, I really want to utilize this. Oh geez, that is not good. Oh, that's not. Oh, okay, no, it's fine, perfectly fine. Woo. Luckily it stopped. Okay, let's have a look. See here, this is actually looking quite good. See, now that is great. This is working a lot better. I really appreciate the fact that it just converted straight to the throttling valve, because I don't even have the throttling valve unlocked, I think. No, I do now. Okay, yeah, but still. Either way, it is wonderful that it is actually working that way. Any housing requirements? No, but we want to get going on the well-being as well. So let's just get rid of those, and then we want to get rid of this one over here. So we are going to build an agora somewhere over here. I think maybe right here could be a good spot for it, with some extra houses around it. Even the other way around, an agora over here, so it's easier for them to access, and then maybe, but that's not really necessary right now, considering we still have. Yes, that's going to cost a lot, so no, it's not really necessary right now. But what I would like to do is just quickly go ahead and place our storage for the water. So that is going to be right around about over there. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to move all of this up, so let me just do that quickly. Oh, there you go. Lovely. That is going to work. So the reason why I just wanted to have access over here for them to pass through here. So that is perfectly good and dandy. Now from there on, let me just get this started. We would really like to flatten this out. Something like so. So all of those that are still, because there's another 6 of them to chop down, which is perfectly fine. So yeah, that's about what we need. Alrighty, so there's quite a few things actually I would like to do to enhance the population's well-being. So as you can see, this is still fine. The weight fur is looking quite good now that we've added the lidos. I think that's how you pronounce it, not sure. So we would like to add sunflower seeds as well, grilled chestnuts still. We're busy with the cattail crackers. Maple pastries will be quite a bit further down the line. And agora, we'll get to that up here. The dance hall, we'll get to that in the future somewhere, but we can do some decorations, to be quite honest. So that would be shrubs, lanterns, roof, scarecrow, weather vane, a beaver statue, bulletin pole. There's quite a few things that we can do for that. So I think the easiest one to start off with is going to be the roof. So decorations, we can do a roof over here. Just use the first one. The roof now takes planks as well, so it's getting a little bit more expensive, to be quite honest. Because that one's not going to be able to get one. Interesting. Okay, so those are not going to be able to have roofs at all, but I mean, that's not too big of a problem. I would love to hear from you guys what you would like to see in an update in the future as well. Some extra feature that you would love to see. I think that is good. We got ourselves some roofs over there. We're not going to be using these storage units for anything other than that. So we'll just add some roofs on those as well, which will give them a bit of a well-being boost. See, we already got up a little bit more. I canceled this. Don't think we're going to use that. I think we can do the same as we did over here. So essentially just add, because I don't want to interfere with the water over here. Alrighty, that is the end of the bad side, which is beautiful. That's exactly what we needed. And we got the good waters running through here again. And we'll start filling up over here as well. The nice part about this is we got a nice deep patch of water over here. So that is going to keep us for quite a while. Still waiting on these. That's still going to take a while. I'm not too concerned about that, to be quite honest. What I would like to see at the end of this episode is essentially just our beautiful little... Oh, wait, that requires a staircase. Forgot about that. They don't have any access to that. So let's see if we can just quickly fix that. If I take that one out and just that, so I'll just have to unfortunately build another one on top of this. I forgot about that completely. Like so. And then they'll be able to get there. Yeah, that's lovely. High priority. I mean, the logs are going up quite nicely again, which is beautiful. They are... Well, they are still quite a ways to go with the gears for that one. 70% done, but treated planks are good, metal blocks are done. Lovely. Alrighty, so the... Well, I mean, this is taking a bit long, to be quite honest. So we're not producing a lot of gears at the moment. We're also lacking a few beavers, which is not a problem, but I think what we'll do is we'll add another little gear workshop right over there. So just to speed things up a tiny little bit. I mean, that should do quite alright. I mean, that is 1,804 supply with a 740 demand. So 790 demand, which isn't that bad. Once again, we don't have the constant of all of this, but we are missing this now. This is not connected. Oh dear, that is a problem, isn't it? Okay, so we'll definitely have to get there. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do that. I guess we'll have to disconnect one of them. So we can get right over here. We have there's a tiny bit of a, oops. If you think about it, not too bad, but that is lacking quite a bit of power actually. So let's just get that connected up. Like so. And get that one as a very important little build. And once they've done that, we can just connect up these, oopsies. Connect up these as well. Just that last one can be connected. I was about to say it doesn't seem right, to be quite honest, but now that I've actually looked at it, it makes sense now. Right, so this is just a little bit away. Just one gear required over there, so that can be done. And then we have one log that is required right there. I'd say things are looking pretty decent, and we are now finally producing some cattail crackers. That means our well-being is pushed up to 13. Which is wonderful. Another thing that I would like to get going just before we finish this episode is to quickly plan out our sunflower farm. So it's going to be around about here somewhere. I would say we can have it placed right over here maybe. And then we can use this area as well. So we'll just add a few of these to make it possible for them to move across there. And then we need to just clear out all of these resources. So these here trees need to go away. And then maybe we can put it up here. Will they be able to actually farm there? Yes, they will. Okay, that is beautiful. So we'll add them there. And then they can have the little sunflower seeds over here. It's not going to be a lot, but it's going to be something. And as per usual, we just need to get a little storage unit for that as well. Where are we going to place the storage unit for that? I guess we could put it over here. Two of them right there. With that right around about over there. And then just add the little sunflower seeds as they are right there. Beautiful. Which naturally means we are going to plant sunflower seeds. And we can just fill up those little spots once they get there. Alrighty, and as per usual, it's a glorious day to blow shit up. So on that note, with a big kaboom, I would like to say thank you so much for tuning in, and if you enjoy these videos, feel free to leave a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the Crunch Captain to become part of the Crunch community. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, you absolute legends. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.